Hello, everyone. Welcome back. And in this episode, it's not so much a chart episode. It's one of those crazy idea or crazy theory episode. So I might do a short chart analysis, but it's one of those episodes. All right. So bear with me again. All right. Okay. So I mentioned a lot about like the new age, the old age, and the new world order and the old world order, and I want to explain that a little bit better. So I'll start with like old age and new age because that's pretty simple. Um, well, old being past, not the present anymore. New being either the present or a near future, right? So that's what I'm talking about, old and new, okay? Like a newborn baby and a old person, okay? So so that's what I'm talking about. Anyways, when I say new age, I'm talking about the new age, literally, the meaning new and age. And then the old age, literally meaning old and age. So there you go. So old age, new age, right? Happens all the time. Um, just look around you, old age, new age, all the time, right? So that's what I'm talking about. And then as far as the old world order and the new world order, same idea. And I literally mean world order, like, you know, uh, who's number one, who's number two, who's number three, that kind of stuff. World order. So, I mentioned in my previous episodes many times that when I started trading or using Bitcoin, um, I didn't really get to trading until a little bit after, but when you really start really using Bitcoin, peer to peer, in real life, um, I experienced something that I guess it's hard to explain. Um, let me start over, okay? So let's imagine the old world order as like a pyramid, okay? And at one point it was the new world order, all right? It was the new age. Now it's reached its end because it's literally built a pyramid. Isn't that kind of weird to say that? And so the top is really enjoying it, right? But the problem is once the pyramid is built, that's it. You can't go any more further up because um, there's no such thing as a fractional person, all right? And so uh, what's happening is, how can I say this? It feels like because of that, there's no currency going on. There's no flow. And if there's no flow, there's no currency going on, money cannot become a currency, I guess. That's what I'm thinking. And so, that's a problem. And the only way to, if you do flow it, I imagine, and this is what I kind of visualize, the pyramid eroding from the bottom. It's not eroding. Could you imagine something that's made of stone, and then on the bottom it turns to sand? So think about that. It's kind of a weird way to think about it, but it's eroding from the bottom, and it's turning back to sand. And so it's just shrinking and shrinking, and the base is just, it's sand. The base is becoming sand. and it's shrinking and it's shrinking and it's shrinking. That's kind of what's happening, in my opinion. The old age. To keep the flow going, they have to erode the bottom until there's only, I guess, one left. So that's how I imagine the old world, and that's why it's old. It's reached its peak, and now it's eroding from the bottom. And so when I say the new age, which literally means new age, mostly the people on the bottom of the old age, okay, mostly. You don't have to be like young to be on the bottom. You could be old too. The new age represents a time where you can restart from scratch. It's kind of nice to think about that way. You can restart with just an idea. That's why it's the new age, and so or the new world order, I should say. And it's about the person or people or groups or entity that will come up with a working idea. There's like plenty of great ideas out there. Like I said, in the physical world, you have some limitations and restrictions as far as you can push. Maybe there is none. I don't know. But here's your chance to do it. So that's why it's such a, for me, that's why it's such a big deal. So that's what I mean, or this is just an idea, theory. When I say the new world order, is because the old world order, the pyramids just eroding. The new world order, you're having multiple pyramids simultaneously starting to erect, starting to grow. And what do you know? Well, you got some life, a new life, reborn again into something separate. Many of them at once. And so it's only a matter of time before, I guess it would go solidify into another pyramid. That's how I imagine it. New world order. And so it doesn't mean that necessarily people will. There's some things will just change and some things won't, because in my previous episodes I mentioned how I felt the world was turning upside down. And I don't know. You can go back to the episodes and watch the whole thing start from the beginning, but it literally felt like the world was turning upside down. And I mentioned that it's like left was right, right was left, up is down, down is up, and I guess in a way that's what's happening. If you can imagine one of those, what do you call them? Gosh, it's a glass, an hourglass. Imagine an hourglass with the sand in it, right? And it's when it's done, nothing's on top, right? And you got the little pile, triangle, spheres thing on the bottom, and that's it. There's nothing more to it. It's like done, finished, right? Well, could you imagine turning that hourglass and just, and there it goes. Somebody or something or some entity said, all right, it's time to turn this over, and then that's what you're seeing. What was mostly on top, I wouldn't say all of it, because could you imagine just think about something that's being flipped over, and then you would think whatever was on top would go on the bottom, but sometimes I don't know. I think what's on top just goes down a little bit more when it flips over, and more of the sides kind of get to go on the bottom. So I don't know. You think about that. Just move, play around with an hourglass, and you realize it's not quite in that order when you flip it over. So that's what I imagine. That's what I'm thinking about the New World Order. So will that happen? I don't know. But This is why this episode's a crazy theory episode, crazy idea episode. I have a few of those, but anyways, it's just an idea, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, anyways, this is probably the end of my crazy idea. I'll do a little quick chart update, I guess. And if you look at that, I don't know what episode I don't know if I talked about it or not, but I did mention how this would go up, maybe hit this area, and it could go past this, and if it can finish right above that price, actually finish like a candlestick above that, that's a really good indication that it's trending back up, or the trending is going to start back up again. And if I pull back and look at this, because if you really look at this, it's kind of hit the middle here, and I don't have the other chart. I think it's called BitcoinCharts.com or something like that. But there's an average, and, you know, the average price is right there and whatever. So anyways, you know, it's already been ranging, and so all it has to do is finish right above this price, and it looks good if it continues to go up, because it's going to be, it's changing now, because it didn't, this, if you gotta look, this and this is higher than that, this is also higher than that, but it's the same. But as long as this goes up, if it can, this would be higher than this low. There's a chance it's going back up again. So there's some theories on high and lows, wave. That's a little bit of a wave theory, using something like this, taking this as the low point, or even this as a low point. It's higher, it's higher, it's higher, it's higher, but it's not that higher. But some would consider this as being one big down. So then you look at this, it's about the same. It depends on what this does here, and then if it does trend up, then you'll see something maybe like this is possible, or just something like this. That's all I can say. Will it do it? I don't know. But that's what I'm thinking just from looking at it, because I mentioned it right there, how it would just hit up and maybe bounce around, and it's getting closer. These two averages are getting closer. So, and then if you looked at the lines that I drew, it never really goes up, goes down, goes up and goes down, and then pops up or pops down. It often it'll hit, and then it'll bounce up, and then it looks like it's gonna go again, but halfway right through, it's like, you know, people are saying, I'm gonna, this is a great time to buy, and then you'll see the buying rush. That's what I'm thinking. I've kind of seen it before, but sometimes it doesn't go up, it goes down. So, anyways, that's my thoughts. So that's the quick chart analysis. I guess until next time, like, dislike, leave a comment. Till next time, stay tuned. Bye.